Go ahead and record. Hi, welcome. This is Team Nourished Team Call for April 30th. Guys, April is almost over, I sent out a newsletter to all of my potential clients and just anybody who's ever been on my newsletter, and it talked about how April was a grand total of 10 years. It definitely took 10 years to get through April. And it was a good month though, because we've got quite a bit of recognition to get through tonight. But April was a great month. And so I'm very, very, very excited for the momentum on our team and for the momentum in this business. And just right now, I mean, like I said, I know it's felt like 10 years, but May is, if anything, if it's going to be anything like April, May will be even more mind blowing. So I am going to go ahead and, oh, Leanne is hopping on too. Yay. Okay. I am going to go ahead and screen share. There we go. We'll start our little fun. I don't ever know how to do this. I'm so bad about this. Okay. Play. Ta-da! All right. Oh, and now there we go. Okay. Hopefully that worked. Hopefully, Megan, I can see you. Can you see the slide? Okay, thank you. Okay, so like I said, welcome to the Team Nourished Team Call. I am thrilled that you are taking time out of your Thursday evening to be with your team tonight and learn some new things and really teach yourself how to help more people get healthy and fit and help yourself get healthy and fit. So let's do that. Okay. First up is recognition. This is part of my favorite thing that we do every single week. We try to recognize the top coaches on our team for their incredible work in helping people. We have our weekly top 5. Amanda Harold pulled ahead of Carrie this week. She dethroned Carrie this week. I couldn't believe it. But Amanda, congratulations. Carrie, congratulations. Paige, love seeing your sweet face up there. Emily Headley and Renee Koth, congratulations for being in our team's weekly top 5. That banner is compiled through a couple of different things. It's a little math equation, but it's Success Club points, coach recruitments, and volume. So those 3 things are all worth different amounts, and ta-da, out pops our weekly top 5. So congratulations, ladies, on helping. I mean, basically at the end of the day, it means you're helping people. So that's amazing. Success Club earners for the month of April, and this will be updated again as well, because I imagine there are several of you who are still hustling to get yourself in Success Club or hustling to help people get their stuff finalized for your new groups that are starting. But congratulations, Carrie, for helping 8 people this month. Pulling in at SC16. It will update, I guess, tomorrow, but you will never see it. But it'll be, I am also at 16. Renee Koth is at 12. She's helped 6 people this month. Paige Yorgi earned herself some paid leads next month for being Emerald and helping 5 people this month. Megan Pickup, you are at 8. Oh, we got another person popping in. Oh, yay, Lauren's popping in too. Good. Okay. Let's see. Megan Pickup, you are at 8. That means you've helped 4 people. Amanda Harold, you are at 8 and you helped 4 people. And you had said that would put you over that threshold for enrolling 5 coaches. I had put a post up, and we'll kind of dive into this a little bit more, but I put a post up in our team page about a promotion that is rarely talked about with Beachbody. It's something I don't know why I don't talk about. But if you enroll a total of 5 coaches in 5 weeks, set a goal for yourself, enroll 1 coach every single week, and you will always get a $100 bonus every 5 weeks. Who couldn't use an extra $100 for groceries or for savings accounts or whatever? There's all kinds of things you could do with $100. But Amanda, you had said that would secure that for you. So that's super exciting. Congratulations. And on the board, we have Kindle phones and Leanna Morris. I don't know why I had a brain fart. I was looking at your name. It's obviously Leanna. So congratulations, guys. If you don't know what Success Club is, that means Beachbody assigns a point value per boot camp enrollment, or whatever you want to call it, challenge pack. So for every challenge pack or success or Shakeology home direct order, you get 2 Success Club points. Success Club points are just a measuring tool that Beachbody uses to see how successful you're being in your business. Their minimum marker that they have determined that makes a person financially successful in their business and really shows forward momentum is a minimum of SC5 every month. That means you're helping, so SC5, helping a minimum of 3 people. So that's 2, 4, 6 people or 3 people every single month, and your business moves forward. So that's how you get Team Beachbody swag. That's how you get Team Nourish swag. That's how you get, if you guys see us posting about trips and stuff like that, Success Club dollars, that's how you earn that, is with these Success Club points. So I have been invited on 6 international trips with Beachbody. It's because I help 3 people or more every single month. That's how you get a trip paid for. So make that your non-negotiable, right? Like, make sure that that is what you've decided you are going to do every single month, and don't ever let it slip. They also have things called Success Club Legend, Success Club All-Star. There's all kinds of perks for that. One of the perks is on trips and events, I get select seating because I've hit SC10 or more 20, I think like 8 months or 29 months in a row. So that means I get to pick really good seats at events. I get to sign up for trips early, which means I typically get a really nice room. So make that your non-negotiable. That is not unobtainable, guys. 5 years ago when I started doing this, I wasn't like, oh my God, I'm going to do this. I just set a goal for myself of helping a minimum of 3 people every single month. I knew that if I could do that, I could keep this business driving forward. So every single person on this team is more than capable of doing that themselves as well. We had a ton of rank advancements this month, and I wanted to show you, Megan tagged me in her picture today, but I wanted to show you guys our new team rank advancement gifts. So anytime you rank advance your business, so whether that's in here, I'm just showing you this chart so you know what I'm talking about when I say rank advancement, you get this pretty little Team Nourished water bottle, and it's so fun, and I love it. So that is our new rank advancement gift. There's all kinds of other fun little gifts as well, but that one makes me really happy because who doesn't love a good themed shaker bottle? So what does it mean to be Emerald? We had, I think, 3 new Emeralds this month, which is amazing for our team. I can't wait to see the more Emeralds come out next month. So Emerald just means you enroll 2 people. So if you kind of backtrack through these goals, if you've decided, okay, my non-negotiable is to enroll 3 people every single month, 2 of those people, if not all 3, are going to be enrolling as coaches. Bada bing, bada boom, you're Emerald. You want a higher rank, you want a bigger paycheck, you want to help more people, you want to grow a big team, make yourself Emerald over and over and over and over and over and over again. No matter where you are in this, whether you are an active Emerald, whether you are an active Diamond, whether you're an active 15-star Diamond, meaning you have 15 diamonds on your team, all that is a bunch of Emeralds. So just set your mind on going Emerald over and over and over again, and you will hit the ranks without even realizing you're hitting the ranks. I show this chart every single week on our call because I think that once you get your head wrapped around why it's important to rank advance your business and help more people, you will make the decision to do it, because every single thing in this business is purely a decision that you can make. So being Emerald is a decision you can make. You can go Emerald in an hour. And my biggest line on Emerald is the longer you wait to hit Emerald, the longer you wait to make money in this business. You don't want to make money in this business? No worries. Don't hit Emerald. Just be an active coach. Just help a couple of people here and there. If you want to start bringing in a little side hustle income, if you want to start having your Shakeology paid for every month, if you want to start squirreling away money for Disney World for whenever it reopens, your behind better be to Emerald. And like I said, you can hit that in an hour. Several girls on our team hit that within days of enrollment. Megan Pickup was one. Renee Koth was one. Paige Yorgi was one. I think Carrie Crowther was one. Pretty much almost all the people on this call were one. So all you have to do, that can be, and Beachbody gives you the option of doing a U+2. So it can be your husband and your mom. It can be your friend and your cousin. It can be your hairdresser and your aunt. It doesn't matter. It can be an adult child. Say you have an adult child and you want to enroll them, whatever. It doesn't matter. Get yourself to Emerald, because then there are several things that you get to participate in. One of which is team cycle bonuses. Another of which is what we were talking about with, like I said, with Amanda, with getting that $100 extra bonus for enrolling the coaches. Another one is that you get paid leads or free leads from Beachbody, meaning when Sally Joe down the street decides at 10 p.m. at night she's going to sign up for a Beachbody on-demand account, Sally Joe still gets enrolled with a coach. So let that coach be you. You don't, it's always, it's kind of like free money from Beachbody. When you hit SC10 and you are an active Emerald, that means you get free paid leads. That means when Sally Joe buys a bag of Shakeology, even though I don't know Sally Joe, I get Sally Joe's commission. My family and our grocery budget and all of our budgety things are very appreciative for Sally's order. So that's one of the perks of doing that. So if that is not something you're doing, when you get off this call tonight, you need to do that ASAP. That's got to be your first thing. The longer you wait, that's on you. You can draw it out as long as you want. It took me 5 months to do it. So it took me 5 months to make any income with this business too. So don't be like dummy Danielle. Do it like how Danielle 2.0, when I opened up my second CVC, did it. I did it in 2 days. So make it like that. Active diamonds, same thing. So $18 cycle bonus over a $14 cycle bonus. I realize that doesn't mean much, but when you're cycle bonusing like you are, like we have in this past month on our team and in Team Beachbody as a whole, $4 is actually a lot when you're cycle bonusing as much as what's happening. We can go over cycle bonusing another time, but just know that every time you get a cycle bonus, you get $14. And if you're a diamond, you get $18. Like I said, that $4 didn't make much of a difference when it's little, but this month has not been little. Beachbody has had a higher subscription rate, a higher rank advancement rate. The freaking business is going bananas. So if you aren't tapping into that, that's your own fault. So take care of your business, own it, get yourself to where you need to be. Oh.
Can I speak for a second on that?
Sure. Yes, please.
So I just did the math real quick because I was just looking at my back office. So I team cycle bonus, that's a mouthful, 3 times for this upcoming week.
Okay.
So like next Thursday. And I'm an active Emerald right now. So I got $14. But had I been Diamond, I would have gotten $54 more.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's simple math. And like I said, when it's abstract concepts like emerald and ruby and diamond, it's like, oh, well, I guess it really doesn't matter. I'll do it when it happens. But when you start doing the math, it matters. And I know a lot of people, I kind of want to stick on this topic for just a second. I know a lot of people are like, well, I'm not doing this to make money. My husband makes an income and I have a full-time job. It's not about the money necessarily, but at the other side of the coin, it actually is about the money as well, because your dentist, he makes an income. I'm sure he loves what he does. Your pastor, he makes an income. He loves what he does, but we all have bills. We all have things we want to save for. And there's nothing morally wrong with making an income doing what we do. I talked to a girl who was she's looking at enrolling in our team later on this month, or I guess next month at this point. But she was like, well, I just want to help people. And I'm like, well, that's noble and that's great. And there's nothing, I mean, you can help people and still make an income. Those two things are not mutually exclusive. You can do both, and there's nothing wrong with doing both. I mean, what's wrong is holding back on, for me anyway, it's holding back on my family because I'm not willing to step into what's possible here. Again, being Diamond, we are planning a Diamond retreat. We are planning all kinds of incredible fun things for Diamonds. So get yourself to Diamond ASAP. Okay, really quick on bod groups, and I feel like all of this stuff kind of rolls into one thing here. You're enrolling new people, you're getting yourself to Emerald, you're getting paid leads, you're doing all the fun things. It's all amazing, right? Well, what do you do with those people? You put them in bod groups. Bod groups they are live. You guys, please be patient with them, I guess is the nice way to say it. It is a brand new system, so there are going to be kinks. So texting me about like, oh my God, my bod group won't load. Like, I'm learning it alongside of you. So, I mean, go ahead and text me, that's fine. But just know that I'm behind the scenes Googling and FAQing and talking to tech support the same way you can. So just know that there's a lot of learning going on. So please be patient with that, but don't hesitate for setting up a bod group. Carl is picking, there's a whole promotion going on right now. I think it's called Bod Groups Gives You Wings, and he's flying you to either leadership or summit I don't know, you have to read the FAQ on it, but it's for picking people who are making bod groups. So please, for the love of God, go make yourself a dang bod group. I don't care if it's just you and your husband in it, but make yourself a bod group and start logging in, because that kind of stuff will get, it's a great way to track, and it's a great way for you to gain exposure. You can do that as a free group, a bunch of people in your neighborhood that all have free Beachbody On Demand accounts. I know Paige did a free boot camp, and I'm going to ask you to speak here in a little bit, Paige. In bod groups, number one, it's free. Those people aren't paying anything for it, so there's no expectation there of it being perfection. And number two, it's a really great way for them to gain exposure into a lot of Beachbody stuff that they've got going on. But make sure you get in there and do a bod group. Just go to Beachbody On Demand, click the top where it says bod groups, and then bada bing, bada boom, you can just load yourself up there. Okay. I'm going to stop share. Check the chat box. Oh, Leanna, how much time do you recommend spending as a new coach to make it happen? There is a lot I want to do, but honestly, I don't have a ton of time of creativity. But tomorrow I will finish my first program. Congratulations. Oh my gosh. Even though I've been a member for 4 years. Oh, Leanna, take yourself off mute and tell everybody what program you finished. I want to hear it.
Hey, I'm here.
Yay, good.
So I am one workout away from finishing 10 rounds. So absolutely loved it. Thinking I'll probably do it again at some point, obviously not right now. But I think I'm going to move into the bar and lift 4 combo calendar starting next week. So I'm super excited.
Yay, that's exciting. Did you take before and afters?
I did, and I'm terrified to post them, but I have the numbers to back it up. But so
you know what though, I know it sucks, and it's so hard. It is so hard. I remember my first program 5 years ago was T25, and I lost 30 pounds doing T25. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I am not in any way minimizing the fact that I lost 30 pounds. It's huge.
Right.
But I have a lot more than 30 pounds to lose. So I was so uncomfortable. I wasn't even, I kind of wasn't even happy. I mean, I was happy. I was like, yay, I lost 30 pounds. But like, I looked at the pictures and I still felt like I had so far to go. And so I was like, I'm not sharing these. I'm not sharing these. I'm not sharing these. I shared them in our challenge group. And my coach at the time, Erica, was like, Danielle, these are phenomenal. Like, you don't see yourself the big change, and you don't see the impact you have. Oh, your coach Carrie said you have amazing results.
Yeah.
Well, then here's the deal. I feel like we're all peer pressuring you right now. You got to share your results, and you got to tag us so that we can share your results, because that is huge. There's so many people out there that desperately need a transformation. So and here's my biggest thing. Post them, write your little post your results, and then turn your phone off and go away.
Yep.
Like, it's totally fine. I know Paige did the same thing. She was like, oh my God, I've lost 10 pounds on this program. And then she was like, all right, I gotta go like walk around the block. I gotta go grocery shopping. I have to do something like tangible so that I can get out of my head. Because if you stay in your head, it's gonna be like, oh my God, what do they think? A pastor just saw that. Oh, he hit my belly button. Like, no, like just post it and run. It's totally fine. But then I'm going to go over a little bit about like what to do with that too. So thank you so much for sharing, Leanna.
Thank you.
Excited. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. So tonight, since it is the 30th, I know that there are several of you, like I said, who are still hustling for whatever you want to hustle for. I know, Amanda, you're still pushing for SC10. I know there's several of you guys who are still working really hard on your businesses tonight. But I also kind of wanted to take just a moment to reflect and celebrate our incredible team this past month. Our team has seen more growth this month than we saw all of last year. So like, freaking give yourself a round of applause for that, because what that means is there are so many people out there who are being helped and served by an incredible team that has a lot of heart. You know, we talk about rank, and we talk about income, and we talk about your paycheck on Thursday and all the things. But at the end of the day, our team has more heart than like it's not about it's like we said, it's not about the paycheck. There's no shame in getting a paycheck for what you're doing. But at the end of the day, it's not about a purchase. It's about somebody's life who's changed. And that always, for me, like before I started building a team and before I really started sinking into this, I was like, all right, like your life changed. Good for you. Like, there was nothing wrong with my life before. Like, very egotistical about it. But what I've seen in the past 5 years by helping people with a complete solution, not piecemeal and crap here and there, not like, oh, well, she bought the container, so now she's just going to measure her food for $9. Like, no, get them the complete purchase package. That way you can guarantee them results. Guys, when you start doing that and you start doing it consistently and people start losing 30 pounds or losing 15 pounds, or, you know, they're happier and they're not snapping at their husband, they're not wanting to murder their children because they're taking 30 minutes to themselves, that is a life change. And even more than a life change in the immediate present tense, it is a legacy change. That's something that took me a little bit of time to really like grasp hold of. But, and I love my mom. You guys know, if you've watched any of my posts, like, I love my mom. But she did not, and her mom and their mom and the dads and the moms and all the legacies before that, we do not have a healthy lineage. So I have now decided that that is going to stop with me, that my children will not see that same diet mentality, that same, you know, poor self-image and exercising to punish myself for the cake that I ate. Like, it was my decision to change that. And so I have forever changed the trajectory of my family's life because of this decision. And so as awesome as that is for me, like, yay, go Danielle, what's even cooler is that I also helped Amanda do that. And I also helped Carrie do that. And I also helped you and we and us. You know, it's not about what I did. It's about what we're doing collectively. And I think that all of these cool little metrics are a really exciting way to, like I said, not just piecemeal help somebody, but actually help them with a total solution. So like I said, I just want to congratulate our team because we did freaking amazing things in April, and I'm really, really, really excited about May. Just really quick before I kind of tagged a couple of people because I want to hear from other people, not just myself tonight. But I did, Leanna, you had mentioned something that I really love when new coaches ask me, how much time do I recommend spending on this? An hour. There's in our team page in the back office, there's this thing called the business activity tracker. This is what you do for your business. This piece here should take you about an hour every day. I mean, you want to do it 5 days a week, you want to do it 6 days a week, whatever. This piece right here, this is the income producing activity piece of this tracker. Everything else supports that because these are important pieces as well. But this is the income producing activity block of this tracker. The total time it should take you is no more than an hour as a new coach. I saw this really cool little breakdown about how much percentage of time you should be spending at helping new people or helping your team. I think it's really easy to get sucked into the social aspect of this and to get sucked into the management part of this, of me working with Amanda and me working with you and helping all of that. But at the end of the day, if I'm not building my own business, if I'm not doing these income producing activities, that will tank, and it will tank quick. And I say that from experience. So again, don't repeat the same mistakes I made. But this can be printed off. I have one for every single week that I just print off and I check off. So the top block is be the proof the product works. And I loved, oh gosh, and I want to be able to give credit where credit is due, but I really can't remember who it was. It was one of the coaches recently that I listened to on a national wake-up call, I think, but she talked about being, and this is, if you missed our team call last week, that's what I talked about. This says be the proof the products work, not just use them, not just drink your Energize and be like, woo, Energize, mom crack, like this is amazing, or like, look at my superfood smoothie, I'm drinking it up, or look at this workout. That's using the products. And while that's amazing, that's not proof the products work. Proof the products work is by doing a program and getting results. That's what proof the products work is. So again, we'll kind of skip over this. Do this one, getting people results. That's helping your contributing to your own challenge group. So like maybe you don't have any challengers yet. You're behind, better be in your coach's group, getting yourself results, recognizing achievement. Maybe you don't have anybody yet. That's okay. Recognize somebody in your uplines boot camp. Respond to questions from coaches and customers. So as you gain coaches and customers, you're going to help them. And then do personal development. Like I said, these 3 blocks give you the backbone for this, because you can't do this if you're not doing those three. So personal development, pick up a book, listen to a podcast. There's 100,000 recommendations we can do. I just finished The One Thing by Gary Keller. Excellent book, especially if you feel overwhelmed. I think that book is really helpful because he really talks about drilling it down and like, what is the one thing that I can do to move this goal forward? And he talks about that in several different aspects of your life, whether that's your faith, whether that's your home life, whether that's your business. So I thought that was really cool. And I'll go live and share my takeaways from that book later. And then 2 is your income producing activity. So connect, invite, and follow up. And this tells you exactly what to do. Don't think you know what you're doing. Don't think you're going to new and reinvent the wheel. Just do what the piece of paper says to do. It's really not that hard. The people that see success are the people that follow directions. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. We all want to be stubborn. If you know anything about Enneagrams, I'm an Enneagram 8. So I really love trying to reinvent the wheel and thinking that I know everything and I know what I'm doing and I don't need to listen to anybody and I got this. Actually, if you listen to what works for people consistently, like you actually do see results. So, and leaning into the community. So, okay, that's my spiel. Amanda, I'm going to get you to unmute yourself. I kind of want to talk for the rest of the time tonight about what you felt like really, really worked for you and your team this past month. And then what you're doing for May to set yourself up for another really successful May. So if you could just, or I can unmute you. Yeah, there you go.
Can you hear me? Okay. So this month, I think what worked for me is I just kind of released expectations as far as what I expected other people to do. Like they don't know that I expect them to text me back right away. You know, I'm joking. And I found a process that worked with inviting 50 on Tuesday, inviting 50 on Wednesday, and going forward with that. But so that's how I'm setting myself up for May. Because surprise, none of those 100 people that I invited actually enrolled with me. So that's planting my seeds for May, which I feel like I'm just now realizing, even though I've been doing this for a couple years. And so just by being consistent and posting on Facebook, my first Success Club point was from someone who had been watching me, and she reached out. Now, had I not been posting consistently, she wouldn't have known to reach out to me. And then the other people that enrolled were follow-ups, people that, one, I hadn't reached out for a year because she kind of just fell off my radar. But going back through my friends list and kind of just checking my text messages, I realized, hey, I better check in with her. And that's how I got the rest of my Success Club points. So just make sure you're consistently posting and that you're following up with those people. And then just release the expectations. I felt that just that batch inviting allowed me to remove emotion from it. I think I mentioned that last week. And so I wasn't sitting around and waiting. I just sent them out and then went about my day. Another thing I did this month is I took a lot of action. So if I had a thought, I took action on it instead of trying to recreate the wheel like Danielle said. Just take action, invite, and then go do your thing. So that's my spiel. Oh, and I had my highest paying month ever and my highest paying week ever, and I made an extra $100. So I'm super excited.
Yay, that's amazing. Are you saving that, or like what impact does that have on you and your family?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna put it to the side. One thing too, like I know you say I didn't come in to make money. However, the more people I help, the more the money goes up. So that's just like a direct reflection. So I want to help all the people, and in turn I make the money. Even though that's not my goal, but my goal is to help. But I'm not sure what I'll do with it.
I just for that lake house? No.
Yes, for the lake house. Yes. The funny thing is I sent out welcome gifts to my new challengers.
Love that.
And I paid more than I paid for the gifts because shipping and the boxes. And just not planning on my part. I want to just go and get it over with. But then I made the $100 bonus, which kind of gave me that money back in a little bit more. So I'm like, okay, it's coming back to me.
Right.
But yeah, it's been a good month. Very good month.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I love kind of my takeaways from what you're saying. I love the batch inviting thing. That's something that I will do regularly, and then I kind of forget and fall off doing that. But that does help take the emotion away from it for sure. I think that's a great way to do it. Carrie, you want to unmute yourself and talk about what worked for SC16 this month?
I don't have a secret. I will like kind of follow on Amanda's coattails. When she said like the thing about releasing expectations, I was like, yeah, I also did that without even like really realizing that I'd done it. I didn't necessarily change anything I did this month. Like, I didn't invite bukus more people than I had in the past. I just stayed the same course. And really, I think what paid off this month was just the fact that I have shown up on social media for almost 3 years now, every single day in some capacity. And so when everything started shifting back in March, and people were kind of like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, what are we going to do? They were still continuing to see me, and they knew what I offered and how I'd been doing it. And then come April, like, we're all still in the same situation. Things are still happening, and like, we're not really making a whole lot of forward progress, it feels like, on busting out into the world again. And so people are like, I feel like they're just itching to do something. Like, something. I was just talking to a girl who's like, I've literally never even worked out before, but I just want to do it. I'm like, all right, well then we're doing it. Like, but we're doing it tomorrow. Um, but honestly, I mean, I haven't changed anything. Like, just showing up consistently, and like my messaging to people, like when I invite them, is like, I'm still doing, what I've been doing, and continuing to help serve people, and continuing to like help them live healthy, especially during this time. Like, that's a part of my invite when I'm talking to people, is just kind of sneaking that in, like, this is what I've always been doing, and I'm just going to keep on doing it. And obviously it's worked. I will say though, some of those points came from paid leads. I think 4 points came from paid leads. And so that is because I am an Emerald, and in March I hit SC10. So I got the free lead from being an Emerald, and then I got paid for it, and I got the SC points because 2 of those people that were assigned to me got a challenge pack of some sort.
Which is freaking huge.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
because
it sounds all good and well to be like, okay, I made commission, but when that commission also turns into Success Club points, I mean, now you're really able to help them. And like you said, your Success Club points and your overall success through the month skyrocketed. Would you say this was your biggest pay month yet?
Yeah, I added it up earlier. I made over $1,000 in April,
which is amazing.
I've never had that big of a month.
I love that.
And I had my highest week too. So
that's awesome. That's super cool. And again, that's, that's not to say like, it's not to make anything like, oh my God, it's all about the money and it has to be about that. But I mean, again, that money is toward a new laptop. That money is toward things that you and your family need. So I think it's awesome that you're getting compensated for what you're doing. I
bought an Apple Watch the other day.
We can be Apple Watch friends now.
What? That's exciting. I'm like 5 years behind the times, but now I have one.
Leanna's also clapping for you. I'm very happy for your Apple Watch life. That's so funny. No, that's so good. And yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. That's one of the things. I had a call with a coach earlier this week about, she was talking about she's kind of fallen off a little bit. And she's like, how can I reach out beyond my Facebook group, beyond my Instagram, my current Instagram followers? Like, how do I build my network? And the reality is, if you're not taking care of the network that you have right now, you can build all the network you want, but they don't trust you. You have to instill that trust. And that's what Carrie's talking about, showing up for the past 3 years, every single day in some capacity, making herself the person people think of when they think of, I want to get started in this. I think that that is a really important aspect of what you're doing. And it's something that we can all take away, because even me, I mean, there are days when I don't want to get on Facebook. I don't want to get on Instagram. I don't want to do a story, but I know that even showing up in a small capacity will continue that trust building cycle versus, oh, well, she disappeared again. So who knows, how do I know that I can trust her with my health, with my decision? Because the reality is, this is such a sensitive thing for a lot of people that, it's not like, I don't know, I got invited to an Usborne book party, like the 500th Usborne book party today. Like, there is no vulnerability in an Usborne book party, guys. Like, everyone wants their kids to read. There's zero vulnerability there. But when someone reaches out to me and says, hey, Danielle, I've been watching you for 2 straight years, wondering if I should join this. I'm fine. I'm at my rock bottom. I got, my doctor said my blood pressure's off the chart, and my husband doesn't want to touch me, and I feel like crap. And that's vulnerable, you guys. Like, so being the one that they can trust is a really, really important feature of this. It's not a babysitting thing. It's not a link drop. It's not, hey, go buy this product from me. Like, if you want to do that, this isn't the business for you. Like, go sell toothpaste somewhere, This is a business of service and a business of helping people, but there has to be a purchase point. And so that's what we're talking about here, is getting to that purchase point. Megan, can you unmute yourself? I kind of didn't tell you I wanted you to do this, but I meant to tell you. You had awesome success this month. Can you tell them about how you grew your business, how you went emerald, and how you're double emerald now?
Well, I just started, a month and 1 day ago? I think March 27th or 29th, I'm not sure. The first person was just someone asking about an Instagram story. What are you drinking? What is this shake? And it was a homeschool mom from St. Louis. So a friend from before we moved here. And we just talked about it. And she was like, oh, I'm really excited. She trusted me already. And she's like, I'm ready to get started. But she's already canceled her Shakeology order. She's like, no, I'm strict keto. I'm not going to drink it. I'm not going to let my kid drink it. And she's not answering any of my texts or calls anymore either. So I don't know what's going to happen with her. One of them was my husband, so that was easy. He didn't even know it was going to happen. And my mom. And then the fourth one was a friend from church that lives on the other side of the country now. She's a missionary. And she just, she posted on, I think, one of my exercise posts. She said, oh, this looks fun and I need accountability. So I said, all right. She said, I'm ready.
Thank you so much for sharing, Megan. And I think, I realize that there might be some disappointment in somebody not following through, but just know that that's really normal. We can help her see the value in that. And if, as she goes along using it, if that's something she does want to put into her lifestyle, like helping someone see the value in what they're doing is a really important piece of this. But also don't be discouraged in the fact that not everybody is going to see the value in what you do. And so, I mean, you can support them, you can love them, you can encourage them. And then at some point it's like, okay, I got to move on. I'm not going to bank my business on one person's order, whether they decide they're going to keep doing this or not. I'm really proud of you for talking about I enrolled my husband and I enrolled my mom. For whatever reason, I think a lot of people, they hold oh, it's not really real because I enrolled my husband. It's not really real. Yes, I'm emerald, but it's not really real because I paid for that myself. Yeah, but friend, your paycheck is real. And those people play very, very vital roles in your income, in your business, because I know you're doing this as a business. It's not just a, little hobby thing. You want to build a business. You want to build a business where you're helping people and running groups and really helping people see long-term weight loss and health success. As much as right now in this early time in your business, it doesn't sound like it's that important that your mom and your husband are coaches on you. I can show you countless, I want to call them bank statements, but Beachbody income earnings reports. I mean, Matt is in the top of my business, like where Dana, your husband, is. He is at the very top of my business center. So now every single person underneath of me and every single person underneath of him, not only am I cycle bonusing, but my husband cycle bonuses too. So that's $14 plus $18. Whereas if I was just an emerald, I'm making 14 on that cycle bonus. Now, because Matt's an emerald and I'm a diamond, I'm making whatever 14 plus 18 is. I really suck at math. Like whatever that is, I make that, where just an emerald would be making $14. So yes, you may have had to pay for that. And yes, you may have enrolled someone like, you know, Amanda, I know thank you, Leanna. Thank you, $32, because I can't add on the fly. I really just need to know that off the top of my head. But like Amanda's the same way. Her husband and her mom are at the top of her business centers. Those are controlled accounts that you then can use to build yourself. You have to look at stuff like that as an investment in your business. And again, in the beginning, almost all investments don't make sense. I mean, I remember, especially like I'm fairly conservative with financial like risks. And I remember Matt and I went to our financial planner in Richmond, Devon, and he was talking about like all this investment and you're taking money here. And like, I know that this seems scary. And I'm like, no, like get it in gold bars so I can hold it. Like, what if I need this later on? Like, what if my kids need, I mean, for the love of God, Eden's missing 4 teeth. The girl's going to have implants. Like, I'm like, oh, but we'll need this. And he's like, no, it's an investment, which means it will pay off as time accumulates. That is the exact same thing getting your husband and your mom enrolled did for your business. The more that turns over and turns over and turns over, you know, Moira had shared something about her income one time, and she's the number 3 coach in all of the network. And she showed her husband, I want to say like, God, I don't even know, he made like $32,000 by doing nothing. Like he literally is a placeholder, but $32,000 is a freaking full-time income for a placeholder. So like, don't discount the importance of doing those things. Like I said, I realize it doesn't make sense most of the time when a upline tells you to do that. And I know it makes sense to you because like we've talked about it, but I know that there are other people out there that are like, well, you know, I don't have that. If you're drinking Energize and eating beach bars, your behind better have a controlled account that's coming out of, because it should not be all coming out of you. That's not a smart investment in your business. So.
Can I say something?
Yeah, please.
So I made Michael Emerald because my sister and brother-in-law, and the first month it made sense. And then the beginning of this month, I'm like, really, I feel like I'm spending more than I'm making. And I almost just let it drop. But I was like, no, I'm going to stick with it. And I ended up making double of what I spent. I was going to spend it anyway, but it was going to come from just me. But now I've spread it out over the 4 accounts and made my highest month. So it pays off. I just wanted to add that in.
No, thank you. I think that's a really good example, because I only have 1 controlled account. Like I only have Matt. My mom is like, no girl, like no way. That's not a part of our family dynamic. I remember when Amy Silverman, who's part of our upline team, she's, I think at one point she was like number 2 in the whole network, talked about like, oh, you need to, you know, what was her example? Like, if you started a job at a restaurant and you needed black shoes and you didn't have the money to buy black shoes, you would go to your dad and say, hey dad, can I have money to buy? That's not a part of my family dynamic. My dad would be like, yeah, that sucks, girl. Like, you better figure out how to get the black shoes, because I'm not buying you black shoes. So like, that was my initial like bad taste into this, but I did what I could do with what I had. And that was my husband's account. And so again, all of that, you know, that kind of stuff rolls all together. Paige, would you mind unmuting yourself? We have we have actually plenty of time. Unmute yourself. Tell us what you did this month that was successful, what you're doing for May to continue that.
Yeah, sure. So this month was my first month, so it has been my highest paying month ever. No, but it's been a good month. Really what I did, I don't have a husband, so I don't have him to enroll. My family wasn't really all that interested in it either. So I've really kind of been doing it on my own. I really wish I had that, but so I have just been reaching out to Facebook friends and Instagram friends and, you know, texting people individually. I really took Amanda's, she had mentioned somewhere in a text thread about like just messaging the first 100 people or something that are on your Facebook that are active at that moment. So I did that. This month has just been a really big learning process for like how to connect with people. So I've been doing that. I've been messaging people who've been liking my transformation posts. I've just been really active on social media, trying to engage people. And I found that all of my current clients and coaches are not from when I was like, hey, do you want to join this? It was me posting something like, this is what's happening to me, and them being like, oh my gosh, that's so interesting, tell me more. You know, it wasn't ever me directly reaching out to them, and I'm sure that'll happen in the future. But yeah, that's just been my experience so far, and just learning how to, like, now I think I'm getting to the point where I've got some people enrolled, I'm running my boot camp, and now I want to figure out how to make it really a meaningful experience for them, and not just like, I'm posting this and posting that for you, like actually interacting with them and figuring out what my vibe is, you know, like what I want to be as a coach. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Oh, and I started a free boot camp this week with bod groups, which was a great way to figure out bod groups, because I learned a bunch of things about posting in bod groups that I did not know before. And also some little, no platform is going to be perfect, obviously, but like some things that I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to have to compensate for that. Like there's a lot less, I don't know, I feel like the feed gets a little bit jumbled. It's a little bit hard to keep organized, but yeah, that's kind of been my experience this month.
Yay, thank you. Sorry, I was taking a boomerang of people talking. Like everybody listening. Yeah, no, and if you guys don't follow Paige on Instagram, I think that I mean, we all are fun to follow each other, but like, I think she's doing a really good job of keeping her content relevant and current and talking through. We were talking about this yesterday. You said you were like really proud of yourself that it's not just photo, text, but you're interacting with it as a conversation. You're having a conversation with your audience. And I think that that's really important, that you're not just, this is what I'm doing. It's not a video diary. You're out there to share. You're sharing valuable information. You're sharing your experience. I mean, in a sense, it is a video diary, because it's kind of like, this is what's happening, but you're not just letting it be. I guess maybe a better way is a scrapbook. It's not a scrapbook. You know, you're out there to add value to other people. Tell them how you're managing on quarantine, and tell them how you're making your Buddha bowl and how you're doing this. It's not just like lunch. I mean, some days are like that, but not all days. You know, you have to vary it up. So I think that's really cool. And yeah, I love what you said about the bod groups. Like, don't wait. Don't get a bunch of training on it. Like, get in there and figure it out. Like, that's how we all figure out everything. You're not going to break it. So like, just start a group and then figure it out as you go along. I think it's really powerful that you invited to the bod group before you actually had, like, before bod groups were even a thing. You were out there inviting last week to a free group that started on Monday. And I remember you were like, Sunday night, you're like, oh my God, I don't know how to set this up. I'm like, well, your ass better figure it out, girl, because you got 15, 20 people who are waiting to get in this bod group. So, you know, but learning under fire like that, you will learn and learn quick. And then you will not forget those lessons again. So I think that that's really, really a really powerful example of action over like absorbing. Like, I'm going to watch this training. I'm going to learn. I'm going to read more FAQs. I'm going to do, like, just get out there and do it. So I think that that's really, really powerful. Does anybody else have anything that they want to say? Kendall, Leanna, Lauren, Amy, Amanda, about something that you've done this week that, somebody taking a picture? Something you've done this week, I said this week, this month, that has been really successful for you, or that you want to share, or that you want feedback on, because we still have, you know, about 10 minutes, and we can go over if there's questions and stuff like that too. If people need to hop off at 8, they can, but or whatever time it is, I don't know. It's 2:53 here. It's very confusing. Just unmute yourself and ask, or anyone else.
I have a question for Paige. For your bod groups, for your free group, are they able to get in and hit programs and then access the free sample workouts? Is that what?
Yeah, so what I'm doing for the workouts is I created a post for each day, and then I added the link to the workout in that post. So it's not like directly through the Beachbody app. It's like they go to another, I think it's what is it called? A Vimeo, I'm pretty sure it's on. Um, but yeah, that's how I'm doing that. When they do sign up though, the only confusing part is they have to click, like, after you invite them to the group, they have to click getting started, and then they have to fill out like what workout program they're going on and what new supplements they're using, and they're really not using any of that because it's free. So I've just kind of tried to explain to them like that's just like filler information since you're obviously not in a program right now. So I think that was the most confusing thing for people.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, so, and I had that was part of the reason because Paige had asked for it, but I had uploaded a file in our team page where it says, I think it says like free group template. And that has all of those Vimeo links straight out of it. They're not attached to any specific coach, or they shouldn't be anyway. And I prefer Vimeo over YouTube because it doesn't automatically direct them to a next video, which oftentimes it's like, why Beachbody is the worst thing in the whole world and why Tony Horton is terrible and, you know, whatever. So I try to control the content of what I'm, you know, out there doing because they can do their own search if they want to know, you know, anything else. But yeah, and Leanna, I also kind of wanted to tag on a little bit because Paige had mentioned this, but I think it's really, really important to mention it to you since it sounds like you'll be putting up your transformation photo soon. So post the photo. Post, and don't just say like finish 10 rounds, thumbs up. Tell your story. Tell why you started 10 rounds. Tell what happened. Tell if there was a challenge. I think one of my favorite ones was I think it was Jess Griffin who posted, and she was like, this past 6 weeks has been 6 weeks. Like, it's been the same 6 weeks that all the rest of you guys have had. You know, my dad, my husband's father died, you know, there's COVID, my kids are out of school. Like, we still had all these challenges, but I committed that this 6 weeks I was going to do something different. So like, even just sharing that, because there's people out there that don't believe that they can do it because they're like, well, you know, maybe nothing has changed for her. Like, you have to tell them about that kind of stuff, and not in a braggy way, but in a sharing way that encourages them to kind of level up in their own way too. But so post that, run away for how many ever hours you need to run away, like go watch a Netflix show or something. And then less than 24 hours later, I'm talking between 12 and 24 hours later, send every single person a message. This is what Paige was talking about. Every single person a message. And my blanket message says, hey, Megan, thank you so much for liking my transformation photo. When I posted it, I really, truly wanted to throw up. I hate posting stuff like that. I really do. But I also know that if I can help one person feel better in where they are, then posting my transformation was worth it. How are you guys doing? You know, I'm running a boot camp, or we have a new boot camp starting Monday. Can I send you information? Very, very easy language. It doesn't have to be this big hyped up, like, and to me, I think that was one of the things that Paige, you shared with me that I didn't even know that I was sharing with you was less is more. Less explaining, more asking questions. Like, you know, I think a thank you is really appropriate, and then ask questions, you know. I think that's really important.
Yeah, and Leanne, if I can just encourage you, like, before I jumped on this train of coaching, I would maybe post like once or twice a month, maybe at max. And so posting like a transformation photo was absolutely terrifying. I was gonna puke. But I think I've seen a lot of personal growth from it, and just it's been interesting to see all the support that I've gotten from it. And it's not all positive, but nothing ever is. So yeah, just wanted to encourage you with that. You can do it, post it.
We're all like, post it. We're such like peer pressure people. But yeah, I mean, I think if one mom or one woman or one whoever is like, yeah, God, I got to do that. I don't know. I think back through all the coaches that I know that have had these incredible transformation stories, and not like physical transformations, like they're great, But I think of like Erin Hopkins and Katie Moore, who were deeply suffering in postpartum depression. And this community is what brought them out of that. Like, that's in and of itself. And they would never have known that that was existed if they had not seen their coach's post. So like, don't be the person that didn't share the blessing kind of thing. Also, or all, you can unmute yourself and ask. Post public, I'm trying to figure that out because everything I do is public because I don't post anything that I'm ashamed of posting. My husband is in the military, and so there's a lot, and I know there's several of us who have military family backgrounds. And that was one of my biggest things. It was like almost like a crutch that I would use. Like, well, I can't post that because it's, it might violate my husband's security. Then don't post anything about your husband. I don't know. Like, I feel like sometimes it's a crutch. So just make it public. It's not gonna hurt anyone.
Okay. Question. So I work in a hospital, and like, I work with kids every day. Right. So like, I wouldn't want a mom like to, I mean, obviously nothing that I'm going to post is like scandalous, but like, do you feel like I don't know if I would be comfortable just having that out there for everyone to see if somebody looked me up.
I mean, I respect that and I understand it to a certain degree, but also if that mom needs something that you've got.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean? Like, if it's not I mean, I think it's different when it's you boozing it up and you're like, oh, like, I'm so far. Oh yeah, and also I think you do what kind of doctoring? I know you're a doctor.
I'm a pediatric audiologist.
Okay.
So
like if it was something like where I would be like, ooh, I don't know if I want that drunkie.
Yeah.
Working with my kid, that's one thing.
Right. Yeah.
But if it's you bettering yourself and encouraging other people, I mean, shoot, got that shit from the rooftops, girl. Like,
yeah. I'm just
know.
Gonna check my like employee codes, make sure it's not against any rules. But yeah, I agree for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think of Carrie, who's a teacher, and Amy Myers, who's a teacher. Paige is military. I mean, I get it and respect it 100%. So it doesn't like land on deaf ears, but at the same time, like, dude, I sure as heck would rather see your transformation photo than blasting like Trump and you know what I mean, like the political and like
these are positive things rather than all the crap that's happening right now. So
right, and you get to control what you post. So and I know I had seen in the chat you were talking about like you wrote your post, but you like I don't know. There's also so much power in just that raw vulnerability.
Yeah.
Don't be ashamed of needing a support group. Don't be ashamed of needing people to encourage. Like, we all need that. It's one of those things that like nobody wants to admit that they need support. Mm-hmm. We all need support. Yeah. So yeah.
I literally haven't changed a word of it. It's just been sitting there. So tomorrow it's gonna happen.
All right.
It's happening.
As a celebration.
Woohoo.
And I was just gonna say too, I don't know who I just cut off. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I was just asking what your Instagram handle is, Leanna. I'm gonna follow you and like it tomorrow.
So it's finally Dr. Morris, which is super ridiculous. But I just graduated last year, so I'm new to. Yeah. Hey, Carrie's got it.
That's not ridiculous. That's awesome. Leanna, you should follow Renee Paro, who's a coach on our team. She's a pediatric cardiologist.
Mm-hmm.
And she has a phenomenal Beachbody business. And again, kind of in the same life space you are of like
cool.
Yeah. So and
what is her last name again?
Paro, Paro. I'll find her Instagram. Oh, I can't right here. No, yes, I can.
Oh, I think I got it.
No, I think it's Dr. Renee Paro.
Yep, I've got it.
Yeah, she would be a great
her now.
That girl can, I just love the quality of what she shares,
Yeah. Yep.
Well, super
for sure.
And very helpful and timely. So
cool. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. All right,
No,
guys.
I was just gonna.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
No.
Just, I mean, you've already touched on it. But like for me being a teacher, like, and my students are elementary, and so it's really only like the upper elementary ones that are like starting to dabble in like the social media world anyway. Like kindergartners are not on Instagram and Facebook, or if they are, they're like on their parents. But and that was an issue for me at first. Like my Instagram was private even a little while after I started coaching, because that was one of the things. I just feel like kids have easier access to Instagram versus Facebook. Anyway, that may or may not be true. I don't know. And I every once in a while I'll come across a kid who, like, if I'm scrolling who has viewed my stories. Every once in a while, like I just found one last week, and I was like, "Oh, Clayton, you don't need to be looking at this." So I didn't block him. Like if I find out that he's like coming back and like looking at it, then I'll block him. But like I just removed him from like my follow list, and he probably won't even notice because he's a fifth grader. So, like,
Yeah. And like, luckily right now I'm doing like all diagnostics. So like I say my name once in an appointment and they don't see me again. So like, will they ever actually try to look me up? Very unlikely at this point, but I'm hoping to move into more of a like, I love cochlear implants, and so you get really attached to those families. And so like at the same time, I'm like, I don't want them seeing everything about my life, but at the same time, like Danielle was saying, if I could help them in that way, as well as with whatever hearing issues they have, I'm all for it. So kind of a catch-22 for sure.
It is, yeah. And it just, to me, it reinforces that what you need to be sharing needs to be value adding. So just make sure that what you're sharing is adding value to that space rather than taking it away, you know? And I don't see any reason why that would not be happening anyway, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, all I was going to say, Carrie, was before you started talking, was that it's 3:00 here. So again, I don't know what time that is for other people, but if you need to hop off, that's totally fine. I'm so glad that you guys joined us and spent your time with us tonight. I really am always very, very grateful for that, because I know you could be spending your time doing all kinds of other things. So I am going to stop the recording, but you guys